Fala galera, sejam bem-vindos ao Crescim Games, quem fala com vocês é o Crescim. Vamos continuar aqui na série Rumo, Platina de Red Dead Redemption 2. No episódio de hoje a gente vai continuar aqui com as missões principais. Só que antes disso eu quero ir na caixa de suprimentos aqui. Caixa de suprimentos? Como é que é o nome desse negócio mesmo? Bom, diferente. Porque eu acho que o nosso acampamento está precisando de suprimentos para várias coisas. Qual que é o botão mesmo? Ué? É pra baixo.
Hi. Good morning.
How are you doing, Molly?
Fine. Fed up of moving all the time.
Yep, just the way it is. All right, well, I should be getting on.
Talk to you later.
Vamos aqui. Reabastecimento, tá. De remédio não preciso de provisões. Por que não posso comprar? Beleza. Vamos pegar também esse aqui. E eu vou doar mais um pouco. Um negócio de ouro vale 300. Por que ele saiu sozinho? Bom, eu deixei marcada a missão do Dutch, galera, que eu creio que seria a próxima pra gente fazer. Bora lá. Nossa, ficar uns dias sem jogar é complicado. Eu tô todo perdido.
Like your new home?
I won't miss that other place, that's for sure.
Keep your nose clean. Okay, I'll catch you later then.
Yep, all right, man, I'll see ya.
Yeah. You okay with this spot for now, Mr. McGuire?
Ah, sure. I like to keep moving, I do. It's in me blood.
Along with a lot of whiskey. Okay, well, let's talk more later.
All right.
Uns tiros ali.
Hey, best you keep moving.
É, não vou meter nisso aí. Acho que não vale a pena. Merda, cara. Merda, cara.
Hey, friend.
Hey there.
Good to see manners ain't dead yet.
Perdi um monte de honra por causa disso.
Hey,
Fine morning.
sure is some hard country around these parts. Well, good luck to you.
See you later.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your face looks familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, maybe I was mistaken. Don't mind me.
So long.
You enjoy the rest of your day.
Move your ass.
Take her easy.
Hell.
Vamos lá.
Of course, of course. Oh, and here is my dear friend, Arthur Callahan. Boy is a hunter. Boy is a killer. Arthur, you've met but not been introduced to Mr. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sheriff Gray.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
Tough business you boys had.
We did?
Oh, there's no need to pretend with me, sir. Life can be tough.
So it can.
And no man owes another anything.
No, sir.
But still, I feel you were hard done by. Losing your employment like that. But still, here in Rhodes, we have work enough for honest men.
Ah, that's some strong stuff. Still, don't seem to be doing you any harm, I guess.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Excuse me a moment.
I told you we was moving up in this world. Deputies.
You have finally lost your mind.
Amongst these drunkards, hillbillies, and slavers? Good honest thieves like us. We're bound to be moralizers in a place like this. Oh, Sheriff Gray, you are back.
Now listen, sir. There is shine in them woods, though, and it is costing this county its good name and the state a whole lot of income. You boys wouldn't mind rooting it out. Maybe we'll make you permanent. I gotta set me down a second.
Not a problem, sir. Not a problem at all. You are in safe hands now. And people waste time with the temperance movement. Liquor never dulled a good man's senses. Arthur, you ride with the deputy. Bill and I will follow.
Archibald?
How are you?
Pretty good.
And your friend is behaving himself?
Oh, yes. I think he's learned his lesson.
Congratulations on becoming a temporarily deputized citizen of Scarlet Meadows County. Most towns just get bounty hunters to do their dirty work these days, but Sheriff Gray believes the law should keep the law. Now, I'm sure I don't need to remind you there's a chain of command here.
There is?
Dang straight there is. This is a dangerous business, but follow my lead and you'll be just fine.
Sure. Hey! Archibald wants to remind us he's in charge here.
Of course.
Who else would be?
You were a big help with them Anderson boys, and I put in a very good word with the sheriff on your behalf.
We appreciate that.
We rounded up the others soon after. I'm pushing for the rope myself, but that's by the by.
So, these moonshiners.
Not just any moonshiners, Braithwaites. I told you about the Braithwaites.
Pretty sure you did.
old Cotton family had a fortune at one point until, well, a few changes in the labor laws. Now they're dealing in moonshine. We found their stills hidden all over Lemoyne. Quick as we destroy one, another one pops up. You could call it a pitiful fall from grace, if they had any grace to start with.
I have no time for tax dodgers.
Not to mention the fact that Catherine Braithwaite has a rather expensive interest in thoroughbred horses to maintain.
But I heard something about it being gold these families were fighting over.
Well, that's the rumor. But the Greys and the Braithwaites think the others stole a fortune from them. But it happened so long ago, I don't know for sure if it's true.
Must be tough being rich, huh?
So I imagine.
That badge rather suits you, Mr. W.
Yes. I thought so too.
Does it feel good to be back at it? Serving your country?
I wouldn't go that far.
Whoa! Whoa! Hold up. You see that wagon?
These damn flies. I swear they got it in for me.
You could try washing once in a
Come
while.
on, mister. Keep your eyes open.
Meu Deus.
No. This must have happened recently. Hey, come have a look at this. Look, suit and tie, one bullet clean through the forehead. Well, my money says this is the handiwork of a gang called the Lemoyne Raiders.
Yeah, I've run into them.
Let's see if we've got any identification. Okay. We should get going. I'll send someone over here later to clean this up.
Fazendo.
Would you mind taking the reins? I want to have a look at these papers.
Sure.
I'll direct you. Okay. Frederick Mitchell, Lemoyne State Legislator. Poor feller. Yes, this certainly smacks of the Raiders to me. Bunch of ex-Army Free Staters without an ounce of respect for the law. That's 7 government officials they've murdered this year alone. Go right at the crossroads.
Yep. Not the nicest fellas in my experience.
Oh, and I know the Braithwaites are in business with them. No shame. Trash begets trash, my Uncle Reginald used to say. They're right again here. He had a few stories, let me tell you. Town preacher and town sheriff. Could drink a sailor under the table before breakfast. He had one tiny hand, like a child's, on the end of a grown man's arm. But anyway, this tells you what kind of people the Braithwaites are. Selling moonshine to murderers. I tell folks don't even speak to him. Don't even look him in the eye. Here we are. So what was I saying?
Something about the Braithwaites, I think.
Even saying that word makes me sick. Now, anyone we find here, we bring in alive, understood? Round them up, then take this operation down for good. Come on. Let's see what we're dealing with. See? See? What did I tell you, boys? What did I say? I said this place was crawling with vermin, and we just found ourselves the rat's nest par excellence, as they say in Paris. My aunt, she went to Paris back in '78.
How are we gonna handle this?
Well, the way I see
Actually, let my friend here decide. He doesn't have your fine way with words, but he is definitely the man for the job.
Let's split up. Arthur and Bill, me and Archibald. You boys want right or left?
Vamos pela
We'll take
direita.
the right.
Let's stop these filthy, degenerate tax dodgers. The cheek of them.
Ajude Bill no continuar sem ser avistado, tá?
Remember what he said. We need them alive. Let's just knock them out and tie them up.
Got it, Deputy Williamson.
Hold back. See if they split up. We won't catch the rider. Grab the other fella. Someone's coming. Stay out of sight. Anthony! Anthony, where you at, boy? Goddamn fool. Where you at, boy? Anthony! I got this one.
Dá pra não cair aqui.
Just drop him with the others.
I think that's it.
Well, what do we do now?
we better destroy all this. Any of your boys can handle explosives?
Sure, anyone but him.
So,
Think you're real funny, don't you?
tell me about the...
That is the last time I'll mention it, I swear.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, years ago, they was the finest family around. 1,000 acres or more, 300 slaves, and, well, decadence crept into their way of living. Decadence and debauchery. Kind of like in England, which is why they cut the king's head off. And at the same time, the Grey family came from Scotland recently, maybe 120 years ago. And they challenged the Braithwaites. And over time, a feud developed. With the Greys being right and proper in pretty much everything, and the Braithwaites being uncivilized and English in their manners, if you know what I mean. And so it has gone on like this for years.
Please tell me you're almost done, Arthur.
Sure. Just a second.
Eu queria só ouvir a conversa. Puta merda, eu tô sem as armas. Revólver Schofield, revólver de ação dupla, tá? Nossa, tá vindo ainda. Droga.
Fucking son of a whore! That was a close one.
Não morre, cara.
That's how you want to do it?
Que isso, cara?
No. Let's find Dutch and get out of here.
Find me.
Quick, let's go before any more show up.
Vamos só lutear, galera. Que arma é essa? Não. Rifle rolling, esse eu não tinha, acho ainda. Eu vi algumas pessoas indicando que quando tu vai lutear um corpo é pra te botar a bandana na cara. Vamos ver se isso ajuda pra questão de não perder honra, né?
Well done. Well, forgive me, but me and my men must return to our lives. Ah, seems like we failed to destroy the last of the moonshine.
Sure.
Would you like us to?
Well, I normally take it. For personal consumption, it's sort of part of the job. But I better get back home. Why don't I just take a jug or two and leave you boys the rest to show that there's no hard feelings on account of the war?
We are all Americans.
Of course. My cousin, Webster, he used to say some of us is not as American as others, if you know what I mean. Only I didn't quite. Come on, you degenerate, no-good, white trash, hillbilly piece of scum. I know you, Billy Lime.
Finally.
You've always been a piece of crap. Come on, move it.
We have a life
Move it!
on a land so stupid, a backwater so backwards that even we are like geniuses. Bill, get this stuff out of here. Come on, you ride with me.
Okay.
Should I stash this somewhere near camp, boss?
Yes, show it to Hosea. I'm sure he can find a use for it. Bit of trouble back there, Arthur?
Ain't there always? From what they was yelling, I think they were the buyers.
Old Archibald didn't ask too many questions, so neither should we.
I ain't planning to.
That was worth the effort, though. Deputized and hiding in plain sight. These lawmen, these two families. I mean, I really think we can play this from all sides. It's got Hosea written all over it.
This is starting to sound like the Young Dutch again.
What do you mean, young Dutch? I'm as strong as I have ever been. Hey, you know what? Why don't I race you back? Yeah.
Okay, you're on.
That's the spirit. Okay. On my word. Set, go!
É sujo.
You never were much of a rider.
We'll see about that.
Ah, esse meu cavalo vai ter fôlego pra isso.
You okay there, old man? Yep. Final stretch. You really think you can hold that lead?
Droga. Quis recuperar o cavalo, mas não era um bom momento.
It's sad to think back to you in your prime.
Tá no finaleiro. No limite.
I never knew you were quite so good at running away, Arthur.
I never knew age had slowed you down quite so much.
Well, time is a bastard. When you get to be my age, well, you'll know that better than anything. Be well. I had fun with you today. I was gonna say you're like a son to me. But you're more than that.
Ah, tira um bronze de novo. Vamos ver o que eram os objetivos. Sem sofrer danos, 10 tiros na cabeça e conclua com pelo menos 70% de precisão e ganhar a corrida. Pelo menos ganhar uma corrida. Tá pra falar?
Make sure you stay awake there, Karen.
Still not quite sure why you're dressed as a lawman.
You look well.
Thank you, Arthur.
Dominó com a Chile. Ah, eu acho que tem um pedido da Chile que é durante o dominó. Vamos falar com ela.
How are you?
Alive. And you?
Fine. Let me ask you a question. If I was to kill Miss Grimshaw, would Dutch be mad?
I think, as a general rule, Dutch likes to avoid murder within the camp. I mean, there was that one time, but he was a traitor. Miss Grimshaw, well, Dutch has a soft spot for her.
I thought as much. Was she always like this?
I ain't quite old enough to know.
No, of course. So as long as you've known her?
She's always liked her swill of vinegar.
I'd like to give her a swig of arsenic.
We'll just do it discreetly.
I will. You fancy a game of dominoes?
Sure, why not?
If I'm playing with you, she'll leave me alone.
Can't believe the dominoes survived Blackwater, but my necklace didn't.
Oh, yeah. I thought something looked different.
Well, I stole that one. I'm sure I can steal another easy enough.
I'll keep my eye out for you, too.
É, viu? A solicitação de item. Um colar. Arthur possui o maior duplo pedra e joga no primeiro. Isso é diferente. Ah.
Should I be calling you Deputy Morgan now, Arthur?
Ouch. You're in real shit.
Great.
That's not looking up, amigo. This ain't looking great for you.
Give me something. Come on, I need something.
I'm done. Domino. Yep, there.
Shoot. Here.
$25 de bônus. Beleza, vai ser o vídeo por aqui, galera. Não vou jogar essa partida até o final. Ou vou jogar offline, vamos ver. E no próximo vídeo a gente continua então com alguma das missões principais. Então, muito obrigado por terem assistido e até a próxima. Valeu!